My mom thought she could pretend my sister never existed, so I gave her the harshest reminder ever. When my sister drowned, my mom adopted a girl her age and started calling her by my sister's name. Lily had passed away 6 weeks ago. She had Down syndrome and was playing in the pool, and mom told us she would watch her. One minute, I was upstairs playing Twister with my friends. The next, we were all gathered by the deck, watching my mom screaming and blowing air into Lily's mouth trying to revive her. After Lily's funeral, mom barely spoke. She sat silently in Lily's untouched room, ignoring everyone. Dad tried coaxing her out gently, offering meals she barely ate. Then suddenly, as if a switch had flipped, she became manic and determined, speaking rapidly about adoption like she'd found some miracle cure. Emma arrived quickly, through an emergency fostering program mom had found. She was sweet and wide-eyed, barely 2 years old, looking nothing like Lily except for age. But mom instantly dressed her in Lily's clothes, gave her Lily's toys, and even started accidentally calling her Lily. What hurt most was how quickly mom erased Lily entirely. She banned us from talking about her, shutting down every attempt I made to visit Lily's grave. Stop living in the past, she snapped whenever I mentioned my sister's name. But Emma wasn't Lily. Mom seemed relieved by that. She bragged constantly to family about Emma's quick learning and development, highlighting how easily she did things Lily never could. She showered Emma with praise and expensive toys, yet ignored everything I needed. She forgot my soccer games, skipped parent-teacher meetings, and brushed off my requests for help or attention. I started building model airplanes to cope, something Lily always loved watching. I even won a competition at school, but mom barely acknowledged it. Dad noticed, offering awkward encouragement, but we both felt powerless to confront mom's fragile mental state. As Lily's first death anniversary approached, I suggested a small memorial at Lily's grave, but mom said no. She had already booked a photographer on that exact day, telling me these would be our first professional photos with Emma. But what about Lil? There'll be plenty of anniversaries, she interrupted. That broke something in me. You're pretending Lily never existed. You can't just replace her. Mom slapped me when I said that, eyes wild and angry. Lily was suffering. Emma is everything Lily couldn't be. Dad stood frozen, eyes wide. Without another word, I ran to my room, slamming the door behind me. Hours later, Dad knocked and sat beside me. He looked drained. Something's wrong with your mother, he whispered. I've ignored it too long. We talked honestly about mom's behavior, and we agreed Emma deserved better, not to be a replacement for a lost child. For the first time, Dad openly mentioned divorce and custody battles. I felt guilty, but also relief. We weren't pretending anymore. When family arrived days later for the photo shoot mom planned, Dad and I were ready. Everyone stood awkwardly in our living room as the photographer set up. My chest tightened. Before mom could pose Emma in another one of Lily's dresses, I spoke up. Mom has erased Lily, I said clearly. Emma deserves better. She's not Lily's replacement. Mom's face turned white, then red with anger. Don't ruin this, she hissed. Dad stepped forward protectively as family began murmuring. You called Lily broken, I said aloud, my voice shaking with suppressed grief. You pretend she never existed and treat Emma like some perfect doll. My aunt gasped quietly. My uncle stared at mom with disbelief. Mom's voice rose to a scream, her anger overtaking everything. Emma is what Lily wasn't, she shouted. Lily was an embarrassment. The room fell silent. The photographer looked at us like what the heck is going on. My aunt took Emma into her arms, comforting the now scared toddler. Quietly, family members left, shaken and disgusted. Several called child services on the spot. The photographer asked my mom if this meant no photos, and she screamed at him to get out. In the following weeks, Emma was temporarily placed with my aunt. My mom packed her bags and left the night Emma was taken away. Dad and I started therapy, grieving Lily openly for the first time. Months later, after careful evaluation, Emma returned to us. Dad legally adopted her, and we slowly rebuilt something resembling a family. We thought everything was finally behind us, but then months later, Dad and I finally felt ready to clear mom's belongings from storage. And among her papers, hidden behind old files, I found a manila envelope. Inside, there was a life insurance policy on Lily, worth $500,000, dated 18 months before her death. The full story is on my channel and linked below.